maybe you can talk a little bit about your approach. How do you help people? And then what do you tell them to look for in a company? Like, how can you identify if this company would potentially work for you?
Yeah, this is so important because people tend to come to me when they want to land a remote job and they are excited about it, right? They are really willing to change their careers and all of that. And then sometimes they say, I'm ready to do any kind of remote job. I'm open to any remote. And I'm like, no. The beginning is wrong already. It's like, you cannot do any kind of remote job. I can't. Nobody can, because we have a background. We have a certain experience in a certain area, doing a couple of things. We have some skills. We have preference. So there is no like a remote job as one thing that you will eventually find. You never find a remote job. You need to be more specific. So one of the things that I work with my clients at the very beginning is clarity. Where are you now in your professional life, in your career, and also in your personal life? Because work and personal life, they're all together, right? It's the same person. We cannot really separate and talk as if they were completely different things. So where are you now, and where do you want to get in the future? What do you care about? Oh, look, I want to be able to travel the world like we do, right? Travel the world and work from anywhere and have full flexibility about my schedule. That's one approach, but that's completely different than someone that says, you know what, I like to spend more time with my dogs and go for long walks in the middle of my work time. So I just want to have this flexibility. Or people who want to have kids and they need a more flexible schedule in case the kid gets sick and they need to pick up the kid tomorrow in the daycare. So all those things are possible to fit into a remote job, but they are very different. So that's why I always work with my clients where they are, but also where they want to get, which are their life and career goals, how do they see their life in the future, and then we start checking the options and the way to get there, and also the price you're willing to pay to do that. Because if you say, oh, I would love to, for example, work in the IT industry because there are so many jobs in IT, right? Right, that's a fact. But you're not from the IT background. So are you willing to learn? Are you willing to maybe study or learn how to code, whatever? Oh, no, that's too much sacrifice. So that's fine, but let's assume that. And then we can check other options for you instead of just say, oh, I wish I was in this area. I wish I had studied that. I wish I had that background. So clarity is extremely important. And then we create an action plan to go towards the kind of job or the possibilities, right, that are interesting for that person. That's the first thing. Extremely important to work on the clarity. And then just after that, you should reflect all of that in your resume, in your LinkedIn profile, in all your communication, when you talk to people, when you network, when you do a job interview. Because if you don't know what you're looking for and how to reflect that, the message is going to be messy. Sometimes it can be very messy, and that doesn't serve you in the purpose of starting remote career. You need a clear message. Yeah, but I don't know exactly what I want to do in 5 years. Well, let's start with whatever you know already, right? One small step, go for something. But this idea of I'm open to any kind of remote job won't really help you in the process. So clarity, and then you share that message in all the documents, all the social media, and in the way you communicate and network with people. So this is like the first step, let's say, that I always work with my clients.
I see that. Like, I really like that approach. It's also something I apply into like any transition in my life. Like, I'm super about like funnels and flows, and I have a design background, so I see things in buckets. And it's really like that. And what I like about what you say is that because of your background, because you understand the different types of jobs and you understand how companies operate and how they are also seeking, like, it's really good to then have that support with someone that understands all these different fields, because we already touched on it. Finding any job, remote or not remote, it's really hard. It's a challenging process. It's very emotional. There's a lot of rejection involved, and not even a rejection of a hard no, just like not being able to apply or not getting any response. It's, it's a roller coaster. So I definitely see that value